boy Ye Skrilla checking in, man. I want to welcome everybody to episode 3 of Skrilla's Trap Spot. You know what time it is, man. We got a full house today because we got a very, very, very touchy subject. You know how we do it in the Trap Spot, man. Let me introduce all my guests. You already know what time it is. My brother Jay Hustle in the building.
What it do? What it do? We back.
We back with another one.
Shoot shots.
I got the beautiful Shantae here to assist us with this today's topic. We gonna really have some fun today.
Hello.
Absolutely. I got my brother from another mother, Jacoby, in the building.
What up, dog?
Cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
It's about to be a cold day, boy, for real.
Wow.
But yeah, so today's topic is about an individual. When this man's name is mentioned, it's usually an all-out debate right on spot because of the controversy following him. But we're going to get it in about Kevin Samuels today.
Who?
Kevin Samuels, bro.
Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, the infamous Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace, by the way. Rest in peace to the infamous Kevin Samuels.
Pour out a little liquor.
Yeah, we got to pour out a little something for the infamous
dog.
Kevin Samuels.
My dog.
For my dog, man.
Your dog.
That's your dog.
My dog.
That's your
man.
dog. That ain't your dog. We'll get to that. We'll get to
Hey,
that.
we never know.
We
You
never know. We never know. Definitely,
Partner
definitely.
them.
But anyway, no matter how we feel about Kevin Samuels, we're going to talk about some of his views today. For those of you that don't know who Kevin Samuel was, he is an individual that is infamously known for his dating advice, especially towards black relationships, towards black women. He was known to be a little harsh. A lot of men loved it. They thrived on it. A lot of the ladies hated it, though.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
they hated
man.
it?
They hated it, bro.
Why they hated it, though?
I mean, you know, Kev let it. He let it. You know, he let it be known, man. I mean,
What be known?
he
You
let a
gotta
couple
get in-
things be
you
known.
gotta get in depth, man.
We'll discuss it. We'll
Okay,
discuss it. We'll
okay,
discuss it.
okay.
But yeah, that's who Kevin Samuels is. If you know when you finish watching this amazing podcast, look at some of his videos to give you some insight on some of the things he's known for. But we're gonna dig into a lot of it today, though. Real talk. But today's topic in regards to Kevin Samuels, like I said, he was controversial towards his views on black relationships. A lot of men loved him. A lot of women weren't the biggest fan of him.
Dang.
Now that he's resting in peace, again, rest in peace to the family of Kevin Samuels. Do we need another Kevin Samuels out here?
Dang.
Talk to me. You think we need
I'm
another?
going to start down now.
Cold
Cold down now.
You want
I'ma
to start with
from
Cold?
Hey,
So-
Cole,
so-
what you
so-
got there?
so-
Easy.
So let me set the tone. I like to set the tone.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
Set the
First-
atmosphere.
Do you think we need another Kevin Samuels? That's yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think we need another Kevin Samuels, man?
We need him because at the end of the day, how I feel personally, I think that he actually put things into a perspective where it was actually helping our culture. You know what I'm saying, as a whole.
Okay.
Well, nobody coming around cleaning up our mess. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not even us. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody shined a light on it, and then you got people talking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
regardless of that, how people felt about him, whether it was good or bad or whatever, at the end of the day, it got people talking.
Okay.
And the fact that it got people talking, it started making things more so, you know what I'm saying? It put a lot of topics on the forefront where it's like, damn, do we need to fix this? Do we need to address this?
Now, when you say fix, what you talking about fixing? What needed to be fixed?
Man, a lot of stuff needs to be fixed.
Like,
you know,
like,
because, for instance, when he started, like, I know a lot of black women didn't like him and all that, but at the same time, they got to realize he didn't start with them,
Who he started with, bro?
with the black men.
With the black men.
Mhm.
Okay.
He started talking to black men first, telling us what we had messed up with ourselves and stuff like that.
Okay.
What we weren't
Okay.
doing right.
Okay.
Women was ignoring all of that. You know what I'm saying? It was more so like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You doing this wrong. If you looking for this type of lifestyle, hey, dude, you need to do this. You need to get yourself together and this and that. People weren't paying attention to him then, you know what I'm saying? It was obvious and all of that, but it was more so during the pandemic when he started being more recognized and started talking to, addressing more so, I guess, the black female or whatever like that. That's when more so a lot of his views was being, they had the spotlight then. You know what I'm saying? More people were seeing it then and all that, you know what I'm saying? So then it just became, hey, it just blew him up
It
and
just
all
blew
of
him
that.
up.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Damn, Cole, it sound like you missing.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Don't
you miss-
For sure.
if
It's all good to me.
okay,
It's
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Before
alright.
before we dig deeper into how you feel about the late Kevin Samuels code, man, I want to tap in with Shantae and ask her the same question. Do you feel like we need another Kevin Samuels? Yes or no? Be honest now.
No.
Okay. And why you feel like that?
Because it's a growth process, right?
Okay.
What Kevin Samuels have done definitely opened up several other doors
Okay.
for so many other people to have
Okay.
the same type of platform.
Okay.
Right now, we have very many podcasts that is generated with the same views and the same ideas. So it's more of a building process. They took a lot of the things that they gotten from
Right.
him,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, absolutely.
and pretty much started their own thing, started their own views, and got more and more people to talk. And so I definitely think he opened up a door to allow more people to jump on and give their honest opinions
Yeah.
and kind of have that conversation that we wasn't having is, hey, the men think this perspective, women think this perspective, like how can we balance it out? But
Mm-hmm.
he gave a lot of things that was more so maybe you should start to have a lot of these conversations. But do we need another?
That must have been the good part.
I mean,
What's the? That's the pro. What's the con?
what's
then?
the con?
Yeah.
It's redundant now. It's
Ah.
overdone now.
Dang.
It's very much overdone. So how
Okay.
many since Kevin Samuels, how many male podcasts that has been put together on that same foundation that he already put out there?
So it's.
So
go
do we
ahead.
need another one? No, because it's already replicated so many times.
So you feel like somebody out there talking the same stuff Kevin Samuel talking right now?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
with the same intensity?
Probably not the
Ah.
same because he was original with that.
He was
I think-
original with his intensity.
I think
Yeah.
his directness would made it made him stand
Made
out.
him stand
It
out.
made him
Okay.
stand out because we don't want to hear harsh truth. I don't
Now,
care.
when you say we, what do you mean? Just
male,
people.
male
Male-
and female.
Okay.
We don't
okay.
want to hear
Okay.
male
Okay.
ego can't accept harsh truth,
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, you
and
got-
women can't accept
I
harsh
don't know
truth.
about that, but
Oh, you shoot.
Hold on, wait.
With it.
Hold on, Cole.
Oh,
Wait a
man,
minute.
you shoot.
Hold on, Cole. Let her get a thought out. I'm about to double back over there with you, man.
We might be able, but not all men. Not
Not
all
all
men.
men.
Not men in general. Not
Okay.
all men can accept harsh truth, or because they have such an ego,
Mhm.
or more so the structure of this is what a man's supposed to do, supposed to feel, supposed to act, supposed to respond.
Okay.
They can't always accept some harsh truth.
Okay.
Women can't always accept harsh truth as well because we are
True.
already in.
True.
You need to protect the woman. You need to respect her. You need to speak to them in this manner. So we can't always respect or receive harsh truth either. The
Amazing.
way that he delivered it,
Mhm.
he gave harsh truth.
He did.
He did give
So-
harsh truth. So I
Talk
can
to me.
understand and respect that part of him because I'm probably one who can accept harsh truth.
Right.
And I'd rather have it not sugar-coated
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
so that I did respect about the way that he delivered. It was rough at times. It really was. And
Okay.
not everybody can handle it. So they didn't really... They couldn't handle the punches.
couldn't.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
they couldn't
yeah. A
handle
lot
the
of women,
punches.
a lot of
You know.
people in general can't handle
Yeah.
a punch like that.
So
What's on your
So,
mind?
so you think
Go ahead.
some of these females don't need the harsh truth about what's going on? Like, it's a lot of females out here think they 10s, but they really 5s.
and
So they don't need to be brought down to earth to know what they really is.
do
Until you
all
let-
do
until-
every man think that they're a 10 and they're actually a 5?
No, but I'm saying some female walk around here like they dimes when they really 3s, and they need to know.
So
Well,
you
that's
feel
a-
so you feel like Kevin Samuels would let these women know like you're not no dime,
Oh yeah,
And that's true.
which is rare.
Yeah, that's rare. You gotta
Mm.
let them know.
What you
Yeah.
think, Cole? What you think? How you, how you feel about Kevin's his take on letting women know their true rating?
I think that was perfectly fine, man.
Mm.
Through our whole lifetime, women always judged us. Women always rated us.
They did.
just think about songs. You know what I'm saying? Before we was born, what's that? Ain't nothing going on but the rent.
Yep.
Got to have it said.
That was
All
big.
right,
That was a
cool.
big record.
Don't want no short man. All right.
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
Uh, Don't want no scrub. No,
No
that
Scrubs.
all that.
Woo.
So listen.
Damn. You prepared.
You
Listen,
prepared.
I'm just saying, it's like
You got a list.
all this stuff be sitting in the back of my mind. It's like at the end of the day, the way my views is like, I think any and everybody should have whatever they want. I don't tell nobody what they can and cannot have. But at the end of the day, when you projecting something out into the world, kind of what you were saying earlier, you know, you put something out in the world, you gotta expect, you know what I'm saying, know what you're gonna get back.
Exactly.
If you putting out a certain image or a certain, you know what I'm saying, thought process and stuff like that, you gotta understand what you about to receive from it. And don't be mad at what you get from it. You know, because at the end of the day, if you portray yourself like a hoe,
Okay.
don't be mad if people treat you like a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
You all right over there?
I'm just saying, it is what it is.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
At the end of the day, you know, more men, like you said, that you don't think that men, in a sense, as just as well as women, you know, hate to hear the harsh reality. I don't believe that, because I could think of two instances. One, like joining the army or like the armed services, period.
Okay.
Or even being a young boy playing sports.
What up, though?
You know what I'm saying?
What up, though? I hear you.
When you out there on that field, or you out there, you know what I'm saying, in front of your sergeant or whatever, man, you getting told the harsh truth 24/7. They cutting into you the whole day. You just taking it. You can't say nothing back. You got to do what you got to do. You don't care. You can't care about none of that. You got to like, and besides them, besides your coach or besides your sergeant, you got your dad over there on the sideline. My own son play football. He's be out there, you know what I'm saying, whining and stuff. Man, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was.
Yeah.
I ain't
It's
care
raw.
about none of that. I was raw with it.
Go ahead,
But
baby.
that's also not receiving. It may not be the harsh truth or something like that, but how can I say this?
Take your time. Take your time.
I have to do it.
No, you good. You good. Take your time. We gonna get through it.
Your coach saying to you, is your coach saying to you as a kid, you're a scrub, you're terrible, you get out on this field, you look terrible? Is it going to stop you in that moment?
Well, the thing is like, you know, the mindset of like destroy and rebuild. You know, so he might destroy you instantly by telling you what you're doing. I mean, you acting sloppy, you acting like this, you too soft, and this and that. You ain't putting enough heart into it. But then they're gonna build you back up and let you know, like, man, you a soldier, man. You ain't about to let these dudes, man. They weaker than you. You faster than them. You stronger than them. They'll tell you stuff to rebuild you back up. So it's like, all right, what I previously was doing, all right, I wouldn't be in my best self. But now that I know this, now I got to go through and fight. And I think that's the difference between it. Because men can hear that, and we actually do something about it. Case an example, whatever. Our whole life. You said that you don't think we need another Kevin Samuels because there's too many podcasts out here.
With his rhetoric.
Yeah, with the same rhetoric.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't never heard women saying that about other women because we've been hearing this our whole life. There's so many different shows, so many magazines that women have had that speaks on men, on black men, telling us what we doing wrong, how we need to be, and this and that. You know, it's very common. A common term in our culture, a phrase in our culture is to hear a real man should. You know, we know they talking about us. You know what I'm saying? The black man and all that. We hear it all the time.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't common to hear a black woman should. You know what I'm saying? We don't hear that.
But they should hear, right?
My point
They
exactly.
should hear.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't
Go ahead.
necessarily feel that it's not being said. I don't necessarily feel that information is not being received. You hear that. That's how women are groomed. Our mothers, I can remember my mom probably saying, like, a woman carries herself this way. That's truth. You know,
That's okay.
it all depends on a lot of times probably environment, upbringing,
Right.
who
That's
you're
true.
around, who you're wrapping yourself around, your community, who's around you,
Right.
who's building you up and who's tearing you down, those kind of things. So
Right.
I don't think that it hasn't been said. It's what you receive and what you projecting back out.
Right,
you know,
right,
so I don't think it's necessarily. It has never been said to women. It definitely was said to women, but how you receive it and how you play it back out is the same manner that a woman might be able to build you up But in the same manner, she gonna be able to tear you down because now I know your strengths and I know your weaknesses. Anything that get thrown at you is pretty much from something that I know about you. You know, so I don't think it's necessarily that it wasn't told or wasn't said. But yeah, we were pretty much raised, most women or some women, I guess, culturally, you know, depending on what it was, you are to act in this manner. You carry yourself in that manner. This is how you should behave. This is how you receive. Like, how many cultures that groom their women into taking care of the man, respecting their man, catering to their man, that kind of thing. It's not that it's not being said.
So for me, so it's like
you're talking that's some good shit right there.
So it's not that I'm disagreeing with you on that point. The part that I'm getting at is are black women able to receive that from a black man? Because you saying that it was your mother. You know what I'm saying? You saying it was your mother's telling y'all that. That's fine. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's like a cherry on top. On the cake. You know what I'm saying? It helps out. You know what I'm saying? It dresses up a lot better. But what I'm saying is as black men, we've been humble. We've been quiet. We've been hearing this our whole life from black women. This ain't coming from black men. We hearing it from black women. And we just been taking it. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on real quick. So you feel like us being quiet for so long, Kevin Samuels was our voice to be heard finally.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why that's why he's needed, because you feel like he's the voice of black men that's been quiet for so long about how we feel and how we've been silenced about what's expected of us and what we should do and what we should provide. We needed him to let women know, like, hey, we got a voice too, we care too, we got feelings too, you know. It ain't just all about y'all.
And that's what I can absolutely understand too.
Okay.
In that same token, I feel like it was one of those things, like you said, you guys were silenced, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So now he's on a platform where he's able to project exactly how you feel and provide understanding for women. Like, hey, men feel like this. Here's my voice. So that's why he's a hero for you guys. He's a hero. He's a hero because...
For real. He got a cape on. With a K on it. But
he's saying everything that I wanted to say.
Yeah.
All of those things. Y'all just ain't had no role models. That's what it was.
Finally
got role models.
Hold on.
I think...
What you think, man? Talk to me.
I can't get in the middle of that. I'm trying to find the middle to that car. They going at it over there.
Yeah, boy. It's hot over there, boy.
We might get the boxing gloves or something.
I think it's more so just about perspective and just being a person who kind of understands perspective. He had good information.
Okay.
But then it was some points where you'd be like,
I got a question.
Okay. Ask the question.
So one of the things that he was most famously known for was his terminology of a high value man. And for those of you that don't know what his terminology meant, it's basically a man that has his career set. He makes a certain amount of income. You know, he's successful, confident, masculine, and he was the first person I ever seen that challenged women. He challenged them to asking, do you deserve me?
That's true.
Because women will walk around saying, you know, not all women, most women walk around, you know, and they feel like if they are attractive, they got their body looking good, they got their hair looking good.
But look, though.
That's it.
Some of them don't even have their body looking good.
You're right about that. Some of them don't be having it. But you can't tell them nothing, though.
Look, you about to... Hey, man, did you check everybody for weapons before they came? I'm about to get shot. I'm about to get... That one trying.
We're going to have to move around right there, right?
Yeah.
But no, that was his thing. That's what he known for.
That's what he known for.
Just like challenging women like, damn.
So he brought them down.
Y'all quick to tell us we don't deserve y'all.
So he pretty much brought them down.
But do y'all deserve us?
He brought them down to earth, then. Yeah, that what you about to say.
How do you feel about his views on challenging women to ask them, do they, like, forget about whether I deserve you. Do you deserve me?
I mean, that's a real question.
Yeah, it is.
But sometimes men forget that part to value themselves
That's
and
true.
put themselves on a pedestal.
Mm.
And you need the confirmation from a woman to say, hey, you are valuable, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So the perspective from that point of view is it start with you, men.
Okay.
So yeah, you should have probably put yourself on a pedestal. Now this your voice of reason who's saying, wow, I am valuable. So
Okay.
now
Okay.
y'all see a different kind of value in yourself.
There you
However,
go.
women, I don't care what they look like, how they feel.
Yeah.
It's more so the energy. Like, I don't care how heavy I am, how slim I am.
Mhm.
You're valuable. We were taught that.
Right.
You guys
Right.
wasn't necessarily taught
Talk. We weren't.
to
we weren't.
value yourself.
We weren't.
I lead daily. They say, how you doing? I'm
Right.
amazing. And it's not I'm amazing as the word. I'm amazing in every sense.
Mhm.
So that's just something personal that I speak.
Okay.
Men wasn't taught to speak that kind of life into yourselves,
right.
you know? So it's a little bit different. So when you hear somebody saying, we're the prize, men don't forget you're the prize, you're like, man, I am the prize. Like,
Right, right.
you know, but
So let me ask
start
you
within
this.
yourself.
Go ahead.
you
Go
this.
ahead. Go ahead. Get off the
So
chest.
a woman that's working at McDonald's,
Mm-hmm.
should she look at another man that working at McDonald's differently? Should she chase the 6-figure man and look down on the man that's working the same job she is?
I think it's more so of a realistic expectation to have.
So you don't think Kevin Samuels did that?
What's set a realistic expectation?
For
So-
years?
I think that he probably opened some eyes to that for
Right.
sure.
Right.
And I think we gotta just be realistic with that.
Right.
because-
That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
Hey.
and it's vice versa. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You saying Kevin Samuels was basically letting women, because you got a lot of women out here that might not make a lot as far as salary, but they expect a man that's
They're
making a bunch,
of money.
But-
right? And they will look down necessarily, or they would basically look down on men that might make the same salary as them, or even just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more.
That ain't enough for them.
That ain't enough.
But looking at
Nah,
history,
you ain't on my level.
but look at history.
Okay.
When men are set up to be providers,
Oh, okay.
most women will probably look like you're here to provide.
So, we
So
ain't-
it's okay.
Cold.
It's-
So, all right.
You look like a
Hold on,
volcano.
hold on,
You like,
hold on,
hold on,
hold
go
on,
ahead, let
hold
get your thought
on.
out. You good? You
Hold
good?
Hold up.
Mm-hmm.
So if men are looked at as being providers,
Talk to
and
me.
women is, and that's culturally during times like 50s, 60s, like that. We were housemakers. We were homemakers. We raised our
Ooh, I
children.
got
We took
some-
care
I
of
got some
household.
for you
We
now.
took care of household. So
Yeah.
it kind of was one of those things where it was kind of groomed
Right,
and
right.
taught.
Okay.
You know, but times change.
That's what I was about to say.
When
Hold on,
when
it-
women
cold
when
like
women
a
start
volcano,
to
man.
create their
Cold,
own
cold, get you
avenues
some.
and still being able to bring to the table with you men
Right.
could still bring to the table,
Right,
it became a challenge. And
Okay.
the more and more women rise in that scenario, some men fell back.
We're going to have to switch seats.
Some men fell back, you know?
Okay.
So it was kind of one of those things where it's either off balance because of
Yeah.
probably upbringing and teaching and things
Okay.
like that,
Mm.
or, you know, history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then women outpace them. Outpace men in some sense. I have an old school sense,
Yeah.
so it's very different for me. I have a very old school sense.
Let me ask her this, then I'm going to let you dub in. 'Cause
Yeah.
you-
Cause he dying. Come on,
So-
get it.
Yeah,
Let
so-
him go
hold
get it out. Go,
Yo,
go
that
get it
Hold
out.
on, let me. I'm going to ask her.
You're twitching a little bit. You're twitching. You want to get
So,
something out.
so just kind of break down what you're saying.
Mhm.
You're saying that back in the olden days, the man was looked at as the head and the
head.
provider, and
Yeah.
and the woman was the housemaker. She made sure the house was good and the kids were good and all that stuff, while we went out and made the bread to bring to the home.
And provide.
And as time
And
changed,
we multiplied it.
we multiplied.
We, the
Yep,
women.
the women multiplied.
We-
Gotcha,
we
gotcha.
made all those things
That,
great.
as we modernize, you're saying
Yeah.
that the women might have picked up the pace and
Mhm.
not only tied up with the man, but they might have might be running a little faster.
Mhm.
Okay, Jacoby, what you feel about that,
I
man?
got another point to that too, but yeah, we'll get back to it.
No, get your point.
Go on, go on.
He want to make sure you got everything out on the plate before you eat it
It's all
up.
right.
It ain't that. I just didn't know if it might be something they need to add.
No,
But,
no.
Go ahead, Cole.
Good.
They,
So-
she said that the women they outpacing us, man. Talk to me.
I mean, listen, I I give it up to women. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a lot of hustle on them. You know what I'm saying? I give them that.
Shout out to the women.
Shout out to the women.
Shout out to the
100%.
women.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't take nothing away from the women or nothing like that. But they say the man supposed to be the provider. You know what I'm saying? This been like going on for like the longest. You know what I'm saying? All that. All right, cool. Well, the whole monetary system only came around so long ago. So when we talking about the whole time, all right, cool. What was the provision they was given? It wasn't always monetary. It wasn't always money. Some of it was just direction. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of, hey, you know, you got to do this, got to do that. We need to go here. We need to go there. Whatever the case may be. So at the end of the day, it's like in my mindset or how I look at a lot of this stuff, it's like I don't care how much money you make. No man care how much money you make. It's like what's that gonna do for me? So you can make as much money as you need to in this world and all that. At the end of the day, I'm not counting on your money. You know what I'm saying? I got to worry about what I'm doing for myself.
Right.
So, also, too, when we speak about, like, how our grandparents or great-grandparents was and stuff with their wives and stuff like that, we got to also realize they're not set up with the same stuff we set up with now. They ain't paying no Netflix bill. They ain't paying for Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? They ain't paying, they're not paying for none of that stuff. So, it's extra stuff on top of the stuff that they had that we having to pay for now. You know what I'm saying? If I had a woman and she was making a lot of money and all that or whatever, and we got together and we decided, you know, hey, this is how we gonna move. This is how, whatever. Cool. I'm fine with that.
Right.
The problem is, though, is like when women start making money, they start becoming a little bit more masculine. You know, and because of the fact that they becoming more masculine, they start thinking that they can challenge dudes. And it's like, man, like, listen, I'm not the one to put you in your place.
Man,
But I think
it's not me. Go
Is
ahead.
that Dr. Martin Luther King down there?
But I think
Martin Luther King down there.
What you saying? He hit the nails on the head or something?
Yeah, but he down there preaching.
but
Go ahead.
I think
What you feel about what he said?
I think a masculine sense comes because of the lack of. So when we had to step up and intervene on things that couldn't be taken care of by the man in the household, it started to allow us to have more of that masculine sense because what we truly wanted is more so a protector. If you can't protect and provide and take care of the household, I'm gonna lose a little bit of trust. So now I gotta have a little bit more bravado to go out and get it. Now I gotta be the one to supplement for the household. So naturally, that'll take a little bit from a man because now you about your moves. You about your moves. You got to provide for the family. Now I got to step in and provide. So you might lose a little bit of respect.
So can I interject a little?
Go ahead. Get off your chest.
So what that is like I think what made things a lot more difficult was the fact that women expectations became higher in the sense that, hey, I can't just go buy this 2-3 bedroom house. You know what I'm saying? There's maybe, you know what I'm saying, 150,000 or whatever, and then we live here and this and that. It's like, okay, we've been living in this $150,000 house for $150,000 house for 4 or 5 years. When will we get to that $300,000 house? When will we get to this $500,000 house? You know what I'm saying? Everything just started becoming a step up, and it's like, man, listen, can we just chill?
But shouldn't it be a step up?
No, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be, but I'm saying that if it isn't, why is that wrong? Because at the end of the day, we speaking about the majority.
I had to hear him.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we speaking about the majority, and the majority of the people, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no everybody in out here making 6 figures. Everybody in out here making millionaires. So we just talking about the average man and the average woman.
That's what I was about to say.
Go ahead.
Like we were talking about the chick that work at McDonald's. She the one who running around here thinking that she's so independent. I need this 6-figure man. But how can she want this 6-figure man when she ain't striving to make 6 figures herself? We ain't talking about the independent woman out here grinding, making money just like the 6-figure man. We talking about the female that's down here, but she don't look at this down here. She chasing a fairy tale.
But what about the woman that's making 6 figures?
But was he really talking about them?
Well, from what I think you're talking about, I think you're talking about women.
He's talking about Kevin Samuels.
I'm talking about Kevin
No.
Samuels.
Oh, you talking about Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, was he
Kevin
talking about
Samuels,
them? Or was he talking about...
Well, he done had a couple women on his show that was making like a lot of, 6 figures, 150, 200,000 a year. Very successful women.
Really?
And when they would come on the show and say, I want somebody that makes more than me, basically somebody that makes even more than 200,000 or whatever. And when he would ask them, okay, so why do you feel like you need a man that makes that much more than you? And then they would say, well, because I make that much.
Oh, that's different. I'm with that.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you think that your
that.
woman should make as much as you or more?
Yeah.
Okay.
If she want to grind as hard as me, I'm with that.
That's
it.
Why
we.
You feel the same way, Cole?
No, definitely not. Like, I mean,
no. So if you a CEO at a company, you make $500,000 a year. You gonna pass by every woman that don't make 500,000 or more.
I ain't gonna pass by them, but I love a woman grind that feels like she wants.
The question is, you saying you want a woman that makes what you make or more?
Yeah.
So you get into it
because it is motivation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be pushed. Okay, baby, you making this much. Let me try to up my game and make this much. I don't want to come down. You want to come down?
Do you feel like men are more acceptable of having a woman who makes less money? And that is a norm
That's
for
a
men?
norm. They don't want that woman that's making more. It hurt their ego.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Majority of men, it hurt their ego.
I'm about to say for myself personally, I don't listen. My woman can make $1 billion more than me. That don't matter to me. At the end of the day, I still know I still know what I gotta do. You know, like I'm not tripping about that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
you just don't want her to look down on you.
100%. It's because it's all about the respect. So that's
do that exist?
What?
A woman that make more money than you and respect you.
No, so that's what I was gonna say.
Because
Oh man.
Hey, come on, man. You know it's the trap house, bro.
Hey,
the trap.
That's
the trap.
what Samuels was talking about. He's talking about that all the time. He
spot.
said at the end of the day, most women date across or date up. You know what I'm saying? In the
do
sense
men
of,
date across or date down?
Yeah,
we don't care.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So because of that sense, because if you a beautiful woman, like he was saying, McDonald's or whatever, if I'm a millionaire, I could walk into McDonald's and see a chick like, man, you know what I'm saying? She's gorgeous and all that. You know what I'm saying? I can go ahead and get her number. I get her number, I talk to her on the side and all that, whatever, and kind of get a little feedback from her to see where her life direction is headed in.
Yeah, where mine at.
Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, she ain't, you know what I'm saying, gutter or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? So she actually something I can work with that, you know what I'm saying?
She's just dealing with her circumstances, yeah.
I'm willing to obtain, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. Girl, listen, man, let me go ahead and put you on this. That's fine. But then flip the roles. If I'm working at McDonald's and then a woman coming there or whatever and stuff like that, she be, I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up? And she be looking at me like, hey, if you don't go somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Just take my damn order.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do nothing with you. And it's like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I just think more people need to humble themselves. And I think, to me, it's nothing wrong with being humble. It's nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself either. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I never put a woman down for making money. I never tell nobody what they need to do with their situation, with their lifestyle, how they need to be and all of that. That's fine. The one thing I applaud Kevin Samuels on is the fact that he showed that it was separation within it. It was like, it's different categories. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, every female is not a woman. We got to be honest about it. Every male isn't a man.
Correct.
We got to be, you know what I'm saying? We got to be like truthful on this.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if we can recognize all of that, every female that's out here calling themselves a woman and all that, I'm looking at them and I'm like, man, you don't resemble Claire Huxtable to me.
Damn.
So is that your idea of what a woman is?
A Claire Huxtable type of woman.
Yeah, what's your
what is your
definition?
exactly?
Oh, what's your definition?
I don't have necessarily a definition of it, but what I'm saying is more
Was she like a doctor?
Yeah, she was a doctor.
She was a lawyer.
She was a lawyer.
Yeah, she was a lawyer. Yeah, she was a lawyer. But it's not that you have to live up to the expectations of being a Claire Huxtable, but I'm just saying, just being able to gracefully move through life in the sense of, you know what I'm saying, everything don't need to be challenged. You got some poise about yourself. You got some intelligence, you know what I'm saying? You ain't about to be out here necessarily barking at a man, because men and women, we fight different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Men, we fight physically. Women, they fight verbally.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's like, that's why I don't think men should argue with women. Because when we get heated, we want to put fists. You know what I'm saying? Fist up. And it's like, I can't. That's a woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You fight because you can't communicate.
Oh, man.
That's a whole that's a full hour topic right there.
Hey, man, where them boxing gloves?
But I'm just saying, but women, see, the thing is that as men, we realize that men and women are not the same. We are not the same. So a lot of times I think women try to see men as being women. And it's like, you ain't gonna never see that.
In what sense, though? How does women see men as being women?
No. I'm saying I think women want to see men as being able to, like, I guess, operate as women. Like, the things that y'all do.
Emasculate them.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't even want to say emasculate.
Yeah,
I just think
You're
more so.
saying they should think. We should be able to think like our female think, but we don't.
Right, and I think that's the part where we
Yeah.
disconnected or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, because women want to tell us, like, man, you should be like this. You should be able to do that. And it's like, nah, I shouldn't be able to.
Right.
Because I'm not wired that way.
Right.
Y'all are. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. I don't care about that. And that's why at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like how we sit back and we view women and how we don't have no problem that if each of us, the fellas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we all made $10 million a year and all that, and our women didn't want to work, we fine with that.
Of course.
Because we got the sense of knowing that we need to provide.
Right. So, Cole, let me ask you this. If your lady make more than you expect her to come home and respect you as being the man of the house. You don't want her coming in here telling you what to do.
Oof.
You don't want her telling you, making you feeling less than a man.
So the one
that's
thing,
basically what you saying.
What I'm saying is,
I don't care. You make more than me, but you ain't finna be controlling my house.
So the thing is this: is like I'm sensible about stuff. Man, it's some shit that I know for a fact I'm not good at, and I'm not even willing to do. But at the end of the day, you come home, you make more than me, respect me. Number one. Like, that's not even an option. I'm not even.
Capital R on there.
But these women ain't.
Oh, that was capital. That was capital.
100%. Like respect.
The whole word was like all
But at
capital.
the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Can she come home and tell me something to do? Yeah, I don't care about that.
Right.
You think that's gonna make me feel a certain way? I don't care about that. Hey, you need to go out there and cut that grass, and I look at that window like, damn, I have been slacking. All right, I'm gonna go cut the grass. I don't care. Like, what you think that's gonna make me feel?
Yeah,
question
more
for both of y'all though.
understanding.
I gotta go ahead.
Okay.
I gotta.
But that's more understanding and compromise. You got to know your person and have those kind of conversations. I don't think the amount of money that you probably have in your bank account solidifies who gets to lead the household.
Right. 100%.
You know, so
100%.
just my opinion.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So you feel honestly that a man should be the head of the household no matter how much they make?
On a personal perspective, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, we on the same page.
I got a question for both of y'all. I'm gonna ask Cole first. So Cole, you make $350,000 a year.
Okay.
You meet a beautiful young lady, got her head on straight. She make 40. Are you gonna pursue a relationship with her?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, leave it at that.
But flip that.
No, hold on, wait, hold on.
Flip
Hold on.
Flip it.
The
Flip
beautiful
it.
Shantae. You make $350,000 a year, beautiful home, own car, everything, and you meet a handsome, charming young man. Y'all exchange numbers, and then y'all get to that conversation of what you do, where you working, and he say, I'm working up and everything, but I just got that store manager position at Foot Locker. So I'm trying to be like they gonna give me a couple more stores and everything, but right now I'm just a store manager at Foot Locker and everything. Are you gonna pursue a relationship?
I'm different.
Oh, here we go.
I'm different.
What's different about the scenarios? He made $45,000 a year. He's a store manager of a big Foot Locker.
What's next? How we gonna get?
He said he's trying to get a couple more stores.
And then where we gonna go from there?
So the list
so
gets okay.
For me,
it becomes a list.
No, it's not a list. It's a building process. For me, a relationship is built on growth.
Okay.
Personal level.
Okay.
Wherever we are on year one, we shouldn't be in year two.
So would you even give him that shot to even get to year two?
Honestly, if he is
we
at
the trap spot.
He could take care of his own personal things that's going on. He provides for himself. He take care of his things. I would.
Okay.
I would.
Why you huffing and puffing over there, Cole?
That sound like cat.
There's a lot of cap going on. There's a lot of cap.
People who know me would know me. Look. People who know me would know me. And here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. I'm a builder. I ain't a bum.
Okay.
So if you in my circle,
you gotta be about
you gotta be
business.
about something. I don't even have friends who's not on that same level any friends of mine who I have a very small bubble of people, and they grow.
Mm-hmm.
They grow.
Every single person who I've ever known is not in the same position from where they started.
Right. Talk to me.
And that's what I respect.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm a grower. You know?
Okay.
So I feel like I have the kind of energy that is, baby, we're going to do this.
Okay.
This how we going to ride out. What's the plan?
Right. So you sound more and more like Kevin Samuels.
I sound like Shantae. Here's who Shantae is. You know, but what it is you got to understand, I just lived a whole lot of life. You know?
Right.
You seen a lot of things.
Look a little young. But I lived a lot of life to really understand that you got to have a wide range of perspective.
I got you.
You have to understand people's background in that growth process with them.
Got you.
Just because where they are don't necessarily. I have been in the worst of situations, you know. Okay. And if you knew who I was then, when it comes to my upbringing and things like that, you know why I am how I am now.
Right.
You know, so I just took it. It's just a different perspective for me, where I won't have to. I'm not going to judge with your background because your background is colorful. I like colorful stuff. Your background is colorful.
I got you.
So if you if you don't have some form of struggle in you, you ain't got survival skills. I'm a survival skill kind of person.
Got you.
You know, so if you ain't got that survival skill up under you, if you ain't never been broke before, and you gonna appreciate when you got it.
Yeah, you will.
See, so those are people who I kind of like navigate to. I gravitate rather. I gravitate to those kind of people because they know struggle. I'm not necessarily a clean cut kind of person where this is everything was from this person was just perfect. You had perfect upbringing, perfect parents, perfect, no struggle, because when you fall from those levels, you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to build back up.
Right.
If you lost everything today, you know how to get it back?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because it came from struggle.
Came from struggle.
Because you've been broke before.
Been broke as hell. Yeah, been broke as hell.
And you've been successful.
That's true.
And even in most people who are successful, who had some struggle, it went up and down.
Mm-hmm.
So when they lows was low, it was probably the lowest. But when they highs was high, it was really high.
It was the highest.
And that person who's by you probably went through those same struggles with you. So they can understand how we going to get back. Baby, we've been here before.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's thug it out. We
get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. You got something on your chest. I can feel it.
Ask you this,
I feel it.
So that same chick at Mickey D's, right? That
same one.
That same one ain't never been through
Shout out to
struggle.
Mickey D's, too. We keep
shout out, man. We gonna get a Big Mac one.
She the manager, though. Don't do
that. Same struggle, right?
The same struggle.
So it's not okay for Kevin Samuels to tell her that, look, baby, you don't need this man that's making 6 figures. You got to get yourself together.
And that probably would have been received better. Because if you telling this woman who still thinks the best of her in her struggle today,
right,
and you telling her you're not valuable, you're never going to get a high value man, you need to work on yourself, here's how. Provide the tools.
Right. So you don't think he did that?
I don't think
he gave the female the harsh truth of, look, you want this high value man, but you still working at Mickey D's, ain't trying to make yourself better. Ooh. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm going to give you the harsh truth of what you need to do. You need to value yourself and come up and understand that you on this level. You can't chase this level until you put a little grind in yourself.
Now, I definitely think that could have been valuable information from her. Okay. But delivery is everything.
If see that? Now this is a perfect segue to the next segment too. Okay. Go ahead.
Sometimes you receive that information is because when you're receiving it, it's so harsh.
Right.
You automatically on a defensive. You don't have anything else to give back to that person, and now that person is in that moment. You're feeling like they're beating you down, but it might be necessary. But it's all about the delivery too. Right. I think some of the things that he may have said might have been kind of rough. So don't nobody want to. You can't give
tough love, but
you can't give somebody who you don't know the kind of advice from a harsh place and think that they should be able to just accept it.
Right.
That's just
right.
not how
right.
that works.
Right.
However, in her world, if everybody around her has that same kind of everybody working security and you know, any kind of jobs that might mirror that level, you know, it doesn't make her a bad person. This is what her norm looks like.
Right.
So she's going to respect and say, okay, I may want more, but this
Talk
is what her, don't judge it because of what her norm looks like.
Talk to him.
So for years and years and years before Kevin Samuels even came around, you know, we've been babying females. Oh, baby, it's gonna be all right. You know, change gonna come. Everything gonna be different. Just keep on doing what you're doing.
Talk to him.
So then when a man come around and give you the harsh truth,
it's a culture shock. It's a shock.
It's a shock. It's a culture shock. Like,
how dare you?
It's tough love.
Yeah.
We need to give y'all tough love because when we were babying y'all,
you can't receive you.
How you feel about that tough love?
I'm okay with tough love, but
oh, hey, Cole got something on his chest.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
Yeah.
And you come and say, Shantae, you need to get your stuff together.
Yeah,
I'm not receiving that.
Them fangs come out. Them fangs coming out.
You need to get, and now I'm trying to dig and figure out, well, what's wrong with you? So now I'm attacked. It's a defense mechanism.
That defense mechanism kick
you know?
in. I got you.
That's all that is.
On his show, it's a defense mechanism.
Absolutely, but I mean, sometimes if you raise your hand
and
go into it, you got to be able to accept whatever you're walking into. So,
how you feel about that, Cole? Talk to me, man.
All right, so
talk to me.
Like 2 points real quick.
Get off your chest, man.
I'm gonna work backwards with it.
Go ahead.
I started number 2. Number 2 was like, man, listen, like, I mean, at the end of the day, for what you're saying, is like men have been getting that their whole life. You know what I'm saying? So
tough
like,
love.
Yeah, we always been getting the tough love. We always been receiving shit like the hard way or whatever and all that. Like, all right, fine.
Preach.
It is what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to go back to my first point, though, you know what I'm saying, is like, man, at the end of the day, man, who cares, man? What's the message? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I say it like this. You know what I'm saying? I can think of so many analogies and all of that, but I just make it simple. If I'm giving you the right direction, are you really about to be that stubborn? You know what I'm saying? To sit up there and not hear the message, to know that this is the answer, and to more like men, we're logical.
Right.
They say men are more logical, women are more emotional. I'm not caring about your feelings. Feelings is not on my menu. I am not here to serve that. You know what I'm saying?
There ain't no entree.
But if we deliver that same message,
straight main course, but
that's still biased. If we deliver that same exact message to you,
I want it.
Remember that was number 2 that I started off.
Yeah, that's what he started with. Now. He started with it. Oh man,
it's all good.
Hey man.
Yeah, I mean, he got a good point.
Hey, shout out to the women out there.
He got a good point.
All right,
we love y'all.
But all right, so for point number 2,
point number 2,
I feel like it was always something that was kind of expected for men to receive harsh truth because a man can take it, kind of thing. Over the years, we realized men can't take the same truth in that same manner.
So real quick, I just want to interject what you just said, right? We feel like men can take it, right? Well, men
assumed.
Assume men can take it, but I think we've been taking it quite well. You know what I'm saying, for the most part.
We had no choice but to take it.
So guess what we doing right now? Guess what we doing right now as men? We see more women acting as men, being more masculine. So we think y'all can take it. We want to give y'all the harsh truth.
Shit.
I'm independent.
And I can understand that. Let me tell you. He's about to go somewhere else.
No, it's okay. Hey, we trapping right now, for real. We trapping.
I don't need no man.
Look, he done made me miss my point.
We trapping. But let me segue real quick. That's still what we talking about. So at the end of the day, has Kevin Samuels helped or hurt black relationships or relationships in general? Has he helped us with his ideologies, or has he hurt it? Like, did he make us like look at things more microscopically and say, okay, you know what, maybe he had some good points. Let's go ahead and kind of pay attention to what he's saying, and you know, let's see what what he's talking about. Or did he say no? He just made it like the war, like the battle of the sexes. Like, has he helped us or has he hurt us? What you think?
I think.
Go ahead, Shantae.
I think for men.
Talk to me.
He definitely allow doors to be open where you guys can feel something very, very different.
Okay. No, you let it out.
You know,
let it
so
out.
it's more so kind of
you give
like
me the PG-13, we rated off. Say, get it off your chest. Don't straddle the fence. Come on in the yard.
I'm not gonna.
Come on in the yard.
I don't think that he hurt or helped. I definitely think that there was points that definitely stood out that probably should have been said.
Yeah. Okay. So you 50-50 about it.
I'm 50-50 about it.
Okay. Okay.
What I don't think it hurt, but some of that perspective needed to come out for women too. You know.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a 50-50. Men needed to be glorified in certain ways, you know, and understood how valuable they are. Okay. And women needed to be realistic with some of the expectations that they have from men.
Gotcha.
You know, so I think it was kind of like, it's a plus.
It was a plus. It was bittersweet.
It was bittersweet. That's a good way to put it. I think it was bittersweet. But I also think like some of the women probably can benefit probably taking feedback.
Right.
And probably building on it. But I think some of it was unnecessary as well.
Gotcha.
For him to say a woman is a 6 at best or 5 at best.
He was a little eccentric with his rhetoric. Okay.
You know, I that's a matter of perspective. That's his opinion.
Gotcha.
And I feel like men thought his opinion was golden.
It was law.
Yeah. That was law. You know, but to tell a woman that you're a 5, a 4, a 6 at best, you're comparing yourself to a Beyonce. In her head, she may be a Beyonce. Let her do it. She feel like she got herself together. She's financially stable, taking care of her own thing. She has her own business, those kind of things. Why she ain't an 8? Right. Because she 150 plus pounds.
150. That's a good size, though.
It is, but I've literally heard.
You've heard that.
That's
heavy.
Him say about. I guess the woman was probably a little shorter, and he probably mentioned that she was pretty much heavy or whatever. But I come from a family where all the women are curvaceous. I'm the one who look odd in the family. You know, so that's my norm. So when I see another thick, fine, beautiful woman, that's my norm. She looks beautiful to me. So if she's saying I'm an 8 at 5'2", 150, why not? Okay. Your opinion shouldn't be law. I think that was a little bit crossing the line, and it really kind of was a hit at the self-esteem. But then again, it's self-esteem.
So with that same point that you're making, if I'm 5'7", 300 pounds, big old beard, butt belly, receding hairline, and I'm like, man, I'm a motherfucking 10 on these hoes, bro. Is it cool?
Have you not seen? I've literally saw that. Where men absolutely feel like, but guess what? The other thing is, if they got money, it's times 10.
Yeah, females don't really care about.
They don't care as long as they got money.
As long as you got swagger, you got a little money, they really ain't looking at that.
I done seen some of the most busted. Let me chill out. Nah, I done seen some of the most busted dudes at Phipps Plaza with the most.
It's
fucked up shapes with a 10, 12 on their side.
It's somebody for everybody. Somebody gonna accept that funny looking man just like they gonna accept that funny looking woman.
That's true.
But females ain't gonna do that though.
That's not true. You don't think so? That's not true.
See, we gotta have the money for y'all to deal with that though. See, a man is gonna accept.
But
a woman that.
You ever seen 2 broke people happy? To death.
Yeah, I have. Actually, I have.
Exactly.
I have.
So it's not necessarily the money. It's not always the money.
You're right about that.
Because you seen some of the happiest, funny looking.
They be happy as hell too.
So now let me ask you.
Folks with all the money be miserable.
Is that the minority though? Is that the minority?
Them hairs, ain't you?
Yeah, I'm just saying that's the minority though. Cause majority, they want that money, they want that bag, they want that check. If you gonna be looking like that,
I think money is more essential to men than it is to women.
Really?
Absolutely.
No.
I'm talking about just on an individual basis.
So hold on.
men feel way more value if they have more money.
So you got to realize.
Agree to disagree?
Come on,
I'm
do
definitely
men
disagree.
not feel more valuable if they had money?
It's a cold night,
yeah,
boy. It's a cold night in Atlanta, boy.
I'm gonna give you a little
what do you say?
into like what men mind.
Man, open the blinds, man.
Go ahead.
Open them blinds.
Let's go for the ride, man. Let's go for the ride.
It's three things in life that men want to provide, and all of that, you know what I'm saying, we good with. It's like food, water, shelter.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Just that. Just simple. That's how you survive. Food, water, shelter. If we can provide that, you know what I'm saying, and we can still get a woman.
But if you can't provide it.
But hold on. What I'm saying is, see, food ain't nothing. To go get some food, that is nothing. To go get some water, that's nothing. To find a shelter, that's nothing. Because we talking bare minimum, you know what I'm saying, like things to actually do. That's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that we realize though is like even if we just do that,
right,
it ain't nothing. Because at the end of the day, I know how many videos I've seen of women that they hear a man that makes $50,000, $60,000, you know what I'm saying, and they call him broke. You know what I'm saying? He might be in a sense living check to check or whatever and all that, but guess what? The lights on every month. That gas on every month. It's paid every month. But because of the fact that he can't take a trip every month, take her overseas or buy her this bag or whatever like that every month or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Her mindset is, oh, he broke. Oh, you can't do this and this and that. So it's like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even about to sweat it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the difference between men and women is like, man, you ain't about to stop me from trying to get on the next one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, fine, it ain't you. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one. I ain't even about to trip on that. But with women, it'd be a whole different sense. It's like, you make $60,000? Nah, I'm smooth. Hold on, you make $60,000 too? Nah, I'm smooth. Who make $100,000 or more? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, go ahead and ask that
what
question.
Circles you wrapping yourself around?
No. Hold on. What I'm saying is,
or you just watching too much TV?
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that every woman is like that. I'm just saying that's the majority. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you do have those few. You know what I'm saying? That is not necessarily looking like that or looking for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as a majority, you have those that's preaching that rhetoric, you know what I'm saying, in a woman community and stuff like that. It's like, because at the end of the day, it's like, man, all I got to do is provide food, water, shelter for you. That should be good enough. You said yourself just not too long ago. You said, dang, if I met a man and he's making this or whatever, yeah, you know what I'm saying, it's growth. So I expect, it's like, wow, what you expecting for?
Damn.
The expectation will be to be able to provide those things for yourself, right? But the thing that you just said, you need to provide food, shelter, and water, right?
Right.
That all takes finances. If you can't provide those things, some men may feel like less than a man.
Well, so I want to cut you off. I just want to say, if we eating soup, ramen noodles, Cheerios, we got tap water, and we staying. You see? You see how they go?
Like the bare minimum.
I'm just saying. I'm keeping you above the water. I'm letting you survive. But as I go ahead and list it off or whatever and show you, you know what I'm saying, what it could possibly be, you know what I'm saying, it's like I see your eyes roll back and all of that, and it's like I could tell that you're saying that's not good enough.
That's not good enough, though, is it? It's okay to say it.
Look, I'm just not gonna be that poor again. So,
you know the reason why I say that, though.
Go ahead, Cole.
You know the reason why I say that, though.
But here's the deal. Hold on, because I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
See it from a mile away, but
I promise you don't. I promise you don't. I'm straight left field.
If that's not where we started, and that's where we end up going, to a point where we had to build back up, I don't see where the building process can't happen. The one thing that you can't ever take from a person is skill and their knowledge. Is in their head, regardless. So if you get to a point where you were able to provide something differently, and now everything is replenished, everything is taken away from you, and we having to start back over from a certain point, ride out. That's okay, because you can grow back to that point. So I don't think that women not willing to ride with you. So it can start at one point and you can lose everything. People lose stuff all the time. So
That's true.
If that woman, their thing is more so, women is predicated on that love in that relationship. I'm willing to ride out for you if I love you. Men is predicated on respect. Y'all gonna ride out for us if you respect, the women respect you. The moment disrespect comes in, that's where is you don't respect me, you don't value me, you're not gonna treat me the same way. Y'all predicated on respect. The woman gonna ride out for you. So if you lose everything, so if you providing the bare minimum, the bare basics, and she love you, she gonna ride out with that, and y'all gonna build back up together.
But like what DJ said, is that majority?
No, I don't think it's majority.
No,
so I can agree with that.
It's not a majority.
I can agree with that.
And that's all that I'm saying is like, because we talking about a rare, you know what I'm saying, a rarity or whatever within it or whatever and stuff like that. It's like, because we all sitting here, man, we know the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
but I think it's on foundation too. It's like what you building in that stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. It's always talking about building, and it's not like, man, I just gotta sustain. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm keeping you at this, you know what I'm saying, to be able to survive. You know what I'm saying? That's all you should be sitting there, you know what I'm saying, judging me off of.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say this, and I'm not a gray type area, you know what I'm saying, dude, or whatever. I'm
right.
Black and white. It is or what ain't, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So, cool. Women making all the money. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here hustling and all that. Fine. But what I laugh at in my head is like, what y'all think y'all about to do with that? Because as men, we can hit that switch and change it overnight for y'all. With no problem. We can change everything overnight for y'all. Because a lot of women out here be thinking to themselves like, I don't need a man. Yeah, you do. Because if we decide to go ahead and kick your door in or whatever, who you gonna call? A police man? If your house catch on fire, who you gonna call? A fireman? You know what I'm saying?
Taking it to a whole nother level.
It ain't never about to be a situation where you thinking to yourself, what girl I know? You got a leak in your ceiling? How many women you know that fix roofs? You got a leak in your kitchen? How many women you know is a plumber? How many women electricians do you know?
It's YouTube out here. I'll do it all day.
Okay. And listen though, but listen though, I'm not saying
university, baby.
I'm not saying that's not an option. But you know, the thing is, you gotta go ahead. You definitely gonna have to go through trial and error. So I don't think you want to go through that trial and error with electricity though.
So wait a minute. So what you saying, Jacoby? Just to make sure we following you, is that at the end of the day, no matter how dominant or masculine or independent a woman is, she still feels that comfort of a man coming to the rescue.
It's the protection.
Yeah, because when I hear a woman say, I don't need no man, in my mind, I automatically think that, in her world, she thinks that she can just strictly rely on womanhood, the whole circle of women, to go ahead and keep her together for the rest of her life. And I know that's a lie.
Got you.
You want to know why that's a lie?
Talk to him, man. I know you got something to say.
I think we all capping. I think we done cap for 55 minutes.
What we lied about, man?
I think we done lied about everything.
Talk to me. Name one thing we lied about. Come on now.
Man.
Name one thing we lied about.
The more I think about it.
What's that?
Cause there's so many dudes just sitting on the couch right now. That, you know, long they got good dick, they driving their girl to work in her car, dropping her off, come back home, and lay on the couch. And female be perfectly fine.
You talking about Jody from Baby Boy?
Something like
Come
that.
on, man.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
He put rims on that motherfucker, though.
He put rims on.
Remember that.
He eat in the refrigerator. He eat all the Cheerios. All the kids snack.
Yeah, them kids, they pissed too.
While the female at the job working, she come back home happy. Hey, baby.
He got to pick up. He got to make sure he there.
You got to pick up, though. You got to pick up. So.
But I see, and I
so you saying there's a lot of that going on?
It's a lot of pump faking going on.
But listen though, I agree with you 1,000% on that. The difference is like the same as right now. We don't hear them because you know why? They ain't talking. Because they ain't talking because of the fact
they need a man, like you said, and they got him in the house.
They talking, but they pump faking, bro. I mean, they pump faking. They acting like but they got a nigga on the couch right now.
Right.
They chilling.
Bam.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like
he chilling.
He chilling like ain't no tomorrow.
Right, ain't no tomorrow.
But that's why
thinking about it.
But that's why I like Kevin Samuels so much, is because of the fact that it wasn't just with women; it was also with men.
He challenged men to be a better man.
It's like he tried to tell everybody, man, you better sit back and take a good look in the mirror and realize what category you sit in. You know what I'm saying? If you at the very bottom, boy, you better just take what you can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you average, hey, go for average. If you above average, then okay, I'm not gonna hate on you for shooting for the stars.
Right.
You know
it's about holding that mirror up to your face.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's all it was with him. But the problem is like where he was getting a lot of, you know what I'm saying, fight back from the women and stuff like that was because of the fact that more women, as far as what he was saying, was like evaluating themselves and looking at themselves in the mirror and was like, you know what, yeah, I'm a 10. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, no,
they think they're 10 just because they're a woman.
It's like, you're not. And the thing is, Shantae, I agree 1,000,000,000% with you. There's nothing wrong with a woman seeing herself as a 10 or anything like that.
We gotta agree.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing.
Okay.
Listen, I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman evaluating herself and thinking that she higher. You know what I'm saying? In her head. But the difference is
the reality of it.
Right. Because you can think that to yourself, but now go ahead and play that in the world. What's your results? What are you getting back? Oh, ain't no dude treating you like a 10.
They can think it all day, but when they put it to the test,
it's like,
is he gonna pass?
Yeah, it's like, so you want to walk down the street with confidence? It's like, for instance, I say it like this. I say it like this.
What you gotta say?
Lizzo.
Oh, man.
I knew that was gonna come up for tonight.
He brought up Lizzo.
You think she a beautiful woman?
I do.
I know, cause you know what I'm saying.
Not just because
I know.
No, it's not about women empowerment.
Hey, shout out to Lizzo.
Shout out to Lizzo.
We love you, baby.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead, Cole. Go
You
ahead.
said she a beautiful woman, right?
I definitely think she's a beautiful
I know,
woman.
and the thing is like you remind me of Lizzo.
Okay.
Now listen,
you thought that pause in it?
You see that pause in it though?
What's next?
Nah, you see that pause in it though because you was very calculated. You like, listen, for a split second.
And I wasn't.
For a split second, you wanted to cuss me out, but just think.
I wasn't.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right, so maybe not you, but the thing is, if I ran that same thing on any other woman out here, like, well, Lizzo beautiful, don't and I'm like, oh yeah, you remind me.
When
of
I
Lizzo.
receive you just saying,
They gonna be like, what?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
but that's the thing. That's the thing. When he say, you remind me of Lizzo, I didn't go to what my image is and what her image is.
Well, you went to her success.
I did not.
So what did you feel like? Was your reminiscence of Lizzo when he brought it up?
I will hope in my head, and maybe because I just think a little bit different, that it was more so of what her personality probably is, or what her energy is, or what she stands for probably is more like. I don't know, but I'm saying if you're saying
no, I'm saying. So let me ask you this then.
What it appears to be, everybody have a facade, right?
Okay.
So everybody's first impression or their image may present something else. I think her first impression or her image, I don't necessarily watch her very much, but I think she's a beautiful woman. I think she's extremely confident, no matter what skin or size she's in. That's what I admire about her. I don't care what she looked like. And like I said, I come from a family of curvaceous women.
Right.
So
I gotta ask you this one.
She looks beautiful to me. My eye looks different.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Okay.
So, but her personality, her energy, her talent.
So you think that the clothing that she wears, she should be wearing? I just got to be honest. Did Strilla trap spot?
We trapping, but we trapping.
I mean,
should she wear it?
Yeah, she's
beautiful.
She's another woman, but I need you to be honest now. You know what I'm saying?
I can kill either
no.
way.
Come on, keep it raw, now. Keep it raw.
Keep it real. Do she need to be wearing the stuff that she be wearing sometimes?
Honestly, I don't have an answer for that.
Tracks,
you don't have an answer.
I know.
You gonna keep it.
You got no answer.
I don't have an answer for it.
We gonna shout out to the women anyway, but you can say how you feel.
Yeah, we love the ladies. We love the ladies, for real.
Because I don't care what she wears.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this then. Let me ask you this then.
Should she wear it? That's a matter of opinion. Should somebody do something? That's a matter of opinion.
Okay, if Lizzo wasn't Lizzo, she looked exactly the same, but she wasn't the superstar singer that's famous in Hollywood, Lizzo. But she was Lizzo that worked at Lowe's. Is she still beautiful?
Yes. I think she has a beautiful face. Absolutely. Okay. But look,
so she could. So that same. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. That same beautiful face Lizzo that work at Lowe's, same weight, same face, and everything. Go to Central Station tonight with them outfits that she be wearing. She still look beautiful, right?
You ain't gonna talk
if
to
she
your friend.
Good,
you be like, girl, Look.
No, she at the station with them outfits on. Like, girl, look at this. I'm sorry, Lizzo. We love you, baby. We love you. We love you.
You're beautiful.
We love you. We love
She
you.
might throw it on. Might be something else. Look.
You know your partner.
My point is with all of that though is like
She's talented.
it's like
She's very talented.
my point with all of that is though is like she can be comfortable in her own skin. She
Right.
can think to herself.
Talk to him,
She
Cole.
She
Talk
can
to
think
him.
very highly of herself. There's nothing wrong with that. I would never downplay that. The
Mm-hmm.
problem is though is that if she get out here and then like for one if she talk about I'm not saying that she is, but if she starts talking about how much money she makes, so she need a man that's on that level. It's like come on, we got to be a little, you know what I'm saying, real about it because only because a man don't care about how much money a woman makes.
True.
Right.
So because of that rhetoric has to go out the window for her. So then the next thing is like, okay, you know what I'm saying? What's the character of this man? You know what I'm saying? Is he a gentleman? You know what I'm saying? Or is he just like some little poo-put?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She has to decipher that. Now, off of that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to speak for how men really be thinking or whatever. Because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like myself plus a lot of other men, we've approached women in public and stuff like that. You know, I'm like, and then they kind of like size you up and be thinking to themselves like, nah, you ain't giving me the vibes that I necessarily believe to myself that, you know what I'm saying, I deserve at this moment.
Damn.
And you be sitting there thinking to yourself like, as a man, you be wondering in your head like, I wonder what you think you deserve. Because I'm not gonna ask that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not thirsty
Just
like
keep
that.
it moving.
Yeah, just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like as a man, we be like, okay, I'm average, and I look at you and you average. Like, I'm wondering why this ain't work out. You know what I'm saying? It's like for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right,
I'm average.
Your pee.
I'm looking at you average.
man.
Why we can't see eye to eye? We go average.
Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying the woman ain't the woman rarely looks at herself as average?
Yeah, but
okay.
but that's what I was saying earlier about the whole black and white thing. It's like because women can put themselves on this high pedestal, they can make as much money as they want to. But I said earlier too, as men, we can just change that all overnight. Because at the end of the day, if we ain't want y'all to have none of that, we ain't got to let y'all have none of that.
Meaning have.
No, well, and I'm saying it in a very extreme way. Remember, I'm black and white. So I'm saying if we ain't want y'all to have none of that, we ain't got to let y'all have none of that. Look at it like this. Let's be smart about it. If the world was...
Let's clarify.
Clarity. Need some clarity.
Be smart.
Clarity.
I'm gonna say it like
clarity.
This. Because the world, on a real term, it don't necessarily operate off money. It operates off the energy, the physicality of, you know what I'm saying, what you gonna put into it or whatever. Yeah. We need people to do this job, to do such and such. The money comes secondary. You know what I'm saying? So you actually need the people to do the physical labor. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's really what it is. All right, cool. So we let women, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, the hustlers and all of this right now, y'all on top. Y'all doing the physical labor, y'all get the money and all that. But let's just say in the world that the women operate in, they see money as top spot. You gotta have money. Fine, cool. We can let y'all make all the money, but guess what?
Preach.
We can come and take that at any moment.
There's
nothing y'all can do about it.
How can we take it, Cole?
He don't even believe he can take my money.
No.
I'm just messing with him.
No, so what I'm saying is this.
How can we take it, Cole?
I need an understanding of how you can take the money. Like, what are you saying about?
Break it down.
Break it down. I'm breaking it down. And what I'm showing is I'm making it men versus women in this sense. All right. So there's no man you can call to be on your side. There's no man you can call for your protection or nothing like that, whatever the case may be. Right. So you see where I'm getting at.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if it was, you know what, all these balling ass women stay in this apartment building or in these houses in this little cul-de-sac and all that. All right, fellas, y'all ready? And I got 1 million fellas behind me. We about to come kick in doors and go grab whatever we want to, take bank cards and all that, you know what I'm saying, and go and do what we want to do, you know what I'm saying, and go and access y'all accounts and take whatever we need from that, you know what I'm saying, and put it in ours and all that, and then say, all right, cool, we had a good night. There is nothing y'all can do about it. Damn. Not one thing.
Damn, Cole, you go rob him?
No, I'm not saying I am.
Okay.
I'm not saying I am. But
You just saying that it could be done.
I'm just saying.
So you using the power aspect of it,
You're
like
talking about
the strength. Like we gonna strong arm them.
Because that's the whole thing of human nature is survival. So when you talk about survival, a lot of women try to think money is survival, but it ain't. Because if money gets wiped out the system, you gotta go down to the raw nature. You know what I'm saying? It's kill or be killed. All right, cool. If it's kill or be killed, how y'all about to survive?
Women been surviving without men
No.
for ages.
What
do you mean?
Hey man, shout out to the women, man.
Hey, we love y'all, man. We love y'all.
Men have been out of
These
households.
views do not pertain to the show at hand, all right?
So
There's
listen
been
though.
some deadbeat men.
So for you saying that, you saying that if it was 100 men that lived on the streets that had nothing.
I'm
and
talking about realism. Realistic.
Yeah, well, I'm saying
Realistic.
Yeah.
Women has been surviving without men in the household for years.
with the technology
Not-
given by men.
Not by choice.
Ooh, shit.
I'm saying,
Not by choice.
I'm saying, but it's with the technology given by men.
What
I'm
you
saying
mean the
is
technology?
because
given
I
Gotta
by
dig
men?
deep, Cole. Come on.
because I'm saying it like this.
Deep in the hole.
We put
We drowning, but
I'm saying if we put 100 women on the street and we put 100 men on the street, you meaning to tell me they about to raise at the same level? You know what I'm saying? They about to rise at the same level?
Ooh, shit.
I think women gonna be alright. They've been alright for years, bro.
Exactly.
I'm saying,
Because
you talking about on that
women-
raw nature level.
I'm saying like
He
even
talking about-
men,
Women
talking
are
about,
natural
like,
survivors.
He
also.
talking about you take out money, you take out credit cards, take out all of that.
I think they
We
go-
just like
We put
animalistic
Yeah, we put you in
trying to
woods.
survive.
We put you
Caveman.
Women go adapt, bro. Women
We
go
definitely gonna adapt.
bro. They
and
been adapting
real.
for years, man.
Oh,
They
we
gonna adapt.
When,
They gonna- I
how
think they gonna
many
adapt.
years
They gonna
What do
adapt.
you mean?
when the fathers went in the household, they had to figure it out. They had to figure it out on their own.
See, but you talking about he talking
talking
about
I'm
rawer
talking
than that.
And
He
I'm
talk-
talking
I'm
about
saying,
realistic.
they
like he
figured
talking
it
about it ain't no house. We got to figure out how to build one.
they gonna figure it out.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Okay. So, bro, so
Yeah.
for you to say that,
talk
Yeah,
to
they
me,
gonna
Cole.
figure it
Talk
out,
to me,
man.
Cole.
I'm saying for you to say that,
Yeah.
you got to think though. There got to be some skill behind it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't
All
think
right.
they can pick it up?
No. I'm not saying that women don't have the
Okay.
potential to even do that. I'm definitely not saying that. But I'm looking at it as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like more so, what's the pace? Are women gonna be able to keep up with the pace of men? Because let's be real about it. All of these main essential jobs out here or whatever, men, we know how to do it. We know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? If we was
Right,
if society
Jacoby's IG will be listed at the end of the
Man,
the
man.
YouTube show.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is, if we were separated, women had to provide their own plumbing, electricity, roofing, building, you know what I'm saying, carpentry, and all of that or whatever. I'm not saying that no women know how to do it. I'm not saying that women won't know how to do it. I'm just saying that men will be excelling at at a faster rate because at the end of the day, right now, if we look at these same jobs, they like 90% taken over by men.
Let me say this.
So
Talk to
say
me,
this.
talk to me, J. Hustle.
Let me say this though.
You got to get this out. Go
Hey,
ahead.
man, men might be excelling at a faster level, but females, they gonna figure it out. They've been figuring it out for years. Like, even if they not on the same level, they not gonna look to us but like we give up. They gonna keep on going.
Okay.
So, bro, for you to say that though,
Yeah, they gonna keep
real quick,
going.
Shantae, real quick.
Yeah, they gonna keep
You gotta
going.
realize though,
Yeah.
you have to survive. So because of that, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't coming at the same level, you gotta also realize that a lot of them would die off.
Man, the black woman
Excuse me.
He basically saying like a men's football team versus a female football team. The men gonna win because they stronger and
But they
I
gonna keep on
understand.
competing. They
I-
gonna keep on competing.
I
bro.
understand strength. You guys may excel faster at a faster rate,
Yep.
but I was going to sustain longer.
Mm.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
going to
That's what I'm
sustain
saying.
longer. And the reason why is because we going to be the planner. We going to provide the structure. We going to look forward to see how we going to make sure this continuously work because we can't fail again.
Dang.
Man, and
I think that's all
And
cap
then-
because women, y'all can't even get along with each other.
no. But Cole, look at this.
Women hate women. If
Hey.
it was just a world of just
Oh,
women, bro.
God.
Man, bro, if it was just a world of just women, man, they about man.
The train
no,
fell off
bro.
tracks at this
Hold on,
point,
listen, bro.
but
If Earth was just women, we could be on Mars and hear them arguing. Like, dog,
Hey,
I'm saying, dog.
But
listen in. Hold on. Listen in.
Women don't be having a lot of friends though. They like it'd be like
if women
10
don't have a lot of
homeboys
friends,
and like 3 homegirls.
they're the problem.
Yeah, but listen.
Let's be real with that.
But listen
Right,
to this, though.
right.
But men might be excelling, but we gonna look over at them females, but like, God damn, man, I miss them.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
That's
at the end of the day,
y'all gonna get
See,
one,
but that's
and
what it is,
fighting them over.
That's what it is, though. That's what it is. Women are always gonna have
we gonna be distracted,
the edge because at the end of the day, women have something that men just have. Y'all got something. We got to have it.
And that's the point that I want.
And as long as y'all have that, we ain't got to go into what it is.
But that's what I'm saying.
We gonna fall weak to it.
I don't want to get confused. It was like, because at the end of the day, us as men, I'm just
because
saying.
men, like you said, no matter how powerful and strong, and we still have to procreate. We still have to spread seed. So
no, but I'm saying
we're still going to grow every single thing that y'all put y'all hands on. Y'all might put y'all hands on it first.
I mean, but listen,
but we gotta grow every single thing.
But listen, I'm just saying on a real term, we love y'all. We have no problem with y'all. The only problem what we have is where y'all step into our space, and we know like this is a job we gotta do. So we trying to do that job, but it's so hard to want to do that job when we got y'all coming into a male space telling us what's the right way and wrong way to do it. But then at the same time, when we try to come into y'all space, which we ain't really hardly ever trying to do, but we just trying to say what we expect.
I agree with that.
His IG will be listening at the end of the show.
It's like we just saying what we trying to expect. It's like then we hearing feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a man, you ain't supposed to be telling a woman. You supposed to let a woman do what she want to do. You ain't supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, coming into that zone. It's
right.
Like,
but a woman is going to listen to and follow your lead if you know how to lead those kind of things. Like, we got to be vulnerable. We have to feel vulnerable when you're around, when you're in the space. We got to feel protected, those kind of things. And that's where that respect come in. The more and more that you are able to step up and lead and respect and have vision and just guide the entire family, I feel safe. Yeah, I can turn over all this power to you because I trust whatever you're going to do with it is going to make us survive. It's going to lead the household. That's how it is. Women got to feel safe and protected so that we can be... Right, it can be plenty, but you gotta probably. I don't know.
I say 85.
You think it's 85% women vulnerable?
I think more.
Come on, man.
Man, I'm with Shantae tonight. Hey, bro, look.
But I think more women can.
He been getting a lot of complaints in his IG, so he's just trying to turn a new leaf. He's trying to turn a new leaf.
Shout out to the ladies, man.
More women are willing to be vulnerable if more men is able to step up and lead.
Follow.
So the only reason why I disagree with that is because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times it's like
get off your chest, bro.
So I had a conversation with a female, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, we was together and all that, you know what I'm saying, we lived together. If I told and I told her, and I'm like,
it's getting hot over there, boy.
And I'm saying, and I said to her, I'm like, if I came to you and said, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, for the next year, you know what I'm saying, each month, I need you to give me $2,000. We live together. You know what I'm saying?
Each month?
Yeah, I'm paying the bills. I know. Just follow me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I asked her like would she do it? And she said, like, no, why? Like, nah, hell no. And I'm like, damn, like, that's crazy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
15%.
I'm saying because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We talking $2,000 a month for 12 months. That's $24,000. You know what I'm saying? Total that'll be at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? But it was only for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, the problem is like you trying to be a man if you trying to lead and stuff like that. Understand that men. Hold on, real quick. Men.
Oh man.
The thing is this. It's like it's a few reasons. You know what I'm saying? Women love to project how independent they is, how much money they is, how much money they make. You know what I'm saying? How successful they are. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. But in a man life, we be trying to figure out like where do that come into play in our life? You know what I'm saying? Where does how much money you make, you know what I'm saying, matter to us and stuff like that? So I try to figure out one. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. For the next year to give me, you know what I'm saying? Because we live in an apartment right now. The reason why you was giving me that $2,000 a month for the next year, you know what I'm saying, for the next 12 months is because that was going to be the down payment on our house, which I'm paying a mortgage on. You know what I'm saying? I just needed your help. See, the thing is like we want to count on y'all, but it's like if we really trying to count on y'all, can y'all be counted on? You know what I'm saying? And it's like if we really trying to give direction, and I'm trying to lead. The thing is, you supposed to be my helpmate. I don't gotta ask for that.
Right.
You supposed to be my helpmate. So if I'm asking for help from you, you supposed to give it. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's like you pushing back, like nah, when I'm doing that for you, supposed to be the man. It's like, all right, cool. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and just raise that $20,000 I need over the next few years by myself, and it ain't gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? I do this on my own.
I think it comes from a place where there needs to be trust and vision. I can easily turn over $2,000. Where's it going? What's the plan? We need, for us to feel safe, we need to know the plan. We need to know what's going on. You can't take this $24,000 and
just tell them to give it to them, but you ain't telling
exactly.
Expect me to be cool with it.
Exactly, but then we got to understand the dynamic of the relationship. Are you good with money? I got to know what's going on.
I do think that's major.
You know, like those kind of things.
I do think that's major, but if we gon' listen, you want to be married and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you following the Christian value and stuff like that, but in the Bible, you know what I'm saying? God spoke to Adam. He ain't speak to you.
So, which put in more perspective for that man being the lead.
The good book.
Yeah, I'm saying he's the lead. But I'm saying God spoke to Adam. I don't gotta tell Eve nothing. You need to just follow my path until I prove that I'm not a righteous man, or I'm not a man for you to follow behind. Don't question me yet.
But what you just said, prove.
But I'm saying
you have to prove.
But
I'm not walking into
what you
a fire.
What you saying is
it proof to your level, or we just prove to a reasonable level? Because at the end of the day, what I was saying earlier is like I think a lot of women got their mindset set like their expectations set so high. It's like you know what I'm saying? Like I seen a little podcast and it was asking women. It was like, how much money you think the average man make?
Oh, I seen that.
What they
say about $40,000.
Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? You're very reasonable. But them women, it was like 80,000. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, imagine getting with a woman like that. I'm not saying you personally, but just imagine getting with a woman like that, and then she automatically assumed that on the average level, you're supposed to be bringing in 80,000, and then you're not.
So you know 80,000 is like average, like you alright if you make 80,000.
Right. So then
that's a lot.
It's like, oh, what do I got to do? What is my expectation supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of lost out there. You know what I'm saying? Because she's going to be expecting this and that and all of this. I'm like, man, girl, you lost. You know what I'm saying?
Lost in that sauce.
Yeah, you lost.
Lost
in
that
like,
sauce.
I don't want to shut down your dream, but at the end of the day, that's the problem, though. It's like us as men, I don't think women see it. Because a lot of times, men are willing to fight for y'all. More than what y'all believe. Y'all be thinking we don't be having y'all back. We got y'all back like a motherfucker. Man, just don't want y'all to be coming at us trying to fight. Because the best analogy I ever had was to myself, it's like, I'm a Leo, so I'm a lion. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, it's like, man, you ain't a Leo. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, you ain't a lion. But in this world, you want to go out there and act like a lion? Fine. I'm cool with that. I have no problem with that at all. But I know you're really a zebra. And if you go out into this world, or if you ever approach me acting like you a lion,
you don't get 8.
I'm about to show you who's the lion. Don't challenge me. Don't be on that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that I'm trying to say is like, because at the end of the day, men, we know our position. We know what strengths we hold and all that. Women, y'all hold super great strengths. I just think that in areas where it's not supposed to matter, y'all ego gets so big, and it's like, we ain't paying attention to that. We paying attention to this. Y'all not focused on this. This is what we focused at. In all actuality, y'all really have more power than what y'all believe. And we love y'all for that. We want y'all to tap into this. See, if y'all was 100% in that feminine energy and stuff like that at all times, I swear to God, y'all can make us go out there and gather 1,000 men to try to push this mountain to the side. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But the problem is like, y'all think that we paying attention to this. We don't care about this. I don't care about your money. I don't care about you telling me you a hustler, or you telling me, you know what I'm saying, how many whatever you got. I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you showing me a village of women that was actually raised as women, that was raised, you know what I'm saying, also raised to be wives and stuff like that, that was willing to submit to a man, because even though y'all gotta submit to a man is what we looking for, understand that we submitting to you, because
I agree.
you know what I'm saying? It's hand in hand. So all I'm saying
it's a dual
is,
submit.
It is, absolutely.
Because
but submission is such a negative connotation on it,
right?
Where
rub people the wrong way, just bringing it up.
Submission looks more like do what I told you to do, do what I said do,
it's like
that kind of thing.
Right,
but exactly, that's what it's being seen as.
Like
but that's not what submission is.
No,
submission
it's not.
is 100% give and take.
They hear slave.
Because because whatever I'm submitting to, you submit. It's equal.
Right.
Submission is absolutely equal.
That's true.
Right.
So. I think because of the negative connotation on it, is always misunderstood from a woman's perspective. You know, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to say I submit to you without feeling like you're going to treat me bad, you're going to abuse me, you're going to take my kindness for weakness, that kind of thing. It's all in communication and understanding. Yeah. What does submission look like?
Right.
Because it is just very, very equal. Submission is very, very equal.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm just a little different with those things, you know.
That's
like you
amazing right there.
Like you asked what a submission looks
level.
Like, and that's the real thing for real. Is like, because I think a lot of women, because of their past, as far as with men they dealt with, you know what I'm saying, they may not have been seeing the best example. You know what I'm saying? It's like you make a new dude can come along and he may actually be way better than the last dude, but y'all listen to the same kind of music. You listen to the same music as the dude she was messing with before. Now all of a sudden, in her mind, it's like, y'all the same. It's like, it's like, no, it's like we, you know what I'm saying? We, you know what I'm saying, move 100% differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm advocating for this. You know what I'm saying? He advocating for that. I care about you. So because I care about you, best believe I'm about to give you some guidance and structure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, hey, I need you not to do this. I need you to be more like this. You know what I'm saying? Can you kind of be, you know what I'm saying, calm down a little bit with this?
It's also on who's receiving that information too.
Right.
Because sometimes upbringing, past traumas, those kind of things probably put up some of those guards that you can't deliver that same message, like, because now you're chastising them. You know, so it all depends on how they deal with those traumas that they have, because if you didn't work on those things again or understand the whys behind those situations, you're not going to be able to receive somebody saying like, hey, here's what my expectation is.
Absolutely.
Here's, you know, it's just not going to work in that manner. It all depends on that kind of communication. And a lot of times we're so surface in these relationships where we look good together. We have fun together. We hang out together. We're chilling together. And that's what the relationship is built on. But the moment it's time for anybody to go to be emotionally intelligent and vulnerable on both sides,
you're lacking.
We have no substance. We have nothing else to talk about. We have nowhere to go from here. Like, this was cool to have this.
What now?
What now? Like, how many times you may be in a situation with somebody, and when it get quiet, there is absolutely nothing to say.
That's true. That's true.
Because you ain't building on anything. You don't have any communication going on outside of the service and having fun, or whatever activities y'all doing together. You ain't got nothing to talk about.
So to piggyback off what you were saying, I think that's why Kevin Samuels is like a great, you know what I'm saying, a great person to have around. Is like, because I believe in our culture. It's like, man, we childish, man. We childish as fuck, you know what I'm saying? For real.
We are.
The men childish, the women childish, and stuff like that. The stuff that we pay attention to and more so gravitate towards, or we look forward and stuff like that, man, none of that stuff is important. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if we looking at life in a sense of different races running a race and stuff like that, we in last.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we really paying attention to? What are we really winning with? You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know, and I don't know. It's like, to me, it upsets me because it's like, I'm not talking for every man. I'm not talking for women and nothing like that. I'm speaking for myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my expectations do be on a certain standard, but at the end of the day, I accept people for who they is. Only person in life I'm challenging is myself. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I am not telling nobody what they got to do with their life and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, that's where you have choices too.
Right.
You accept them for who they are.
Right.
You choose whether you want to deal with that situation or you don't.
So
right
there, what you said. I choose if I want to deal with them or not. The problem is the problem that come down with that is like, man, listen. I said before, every female is not a woman. So, so when I go and choose to myself, like, you know what? Yeah, I want to deal with her.
Right.
I hope that this woman, I hope that this female don't automatically assume that I put her in the category as a woman.
Yeah. Just because she has female organs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might think to myself like, oh, you a good time. Yep, you my hoe. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's real life.
Yeah,
real life.
I might think to myself that, man, I could rock with you, you know what I'm saying, here and there and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You irritating, but at the same time, you cool people to be around and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, you just a little
many layers of in between.
Yeah, I'm saying, there's all of that. So at the end of the day, I'm not judging you for whatever level you on, but that's where I'm going to keep you at. I'm not trying to elevate you, you know what I'm saying? Because that's your own life. I'm not about to tell you what you need to do with yourself or nothing like that. I just don't like when somebody trying to make me accept, you know what I'm saying, something like, you need to be like this. You need to accept this. This should be good enough for you. Right. And it's like, nah, listen, you a hoe. So you gonna be a hoe to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is.
Nothing more. Nothing more. Nothing more.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing less.
It's like, no, I'm not gonna treat you like a woman. I'm sorry, I'm not, but I'm not gonna disrespect you either. I don't gotta be disrespectful.
You gonna just my personal private hoe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I'm not gonna disrespect you, throw your name out there and blast you. But when we together personal, I'm gonna treat you.
And I think that's the part that a lot of women get messed up in their own head. Is because they see themselves, going back to how they rate themselves, because if they see themselves as 10, they don't think that they can be a 10 in a hoe. They automatically assume that they're a 10 in a woman. And it's like, it's like, how? It's like, what do you think this man looking for? Did you even ask him? Did you even try to figure out what it was that he found valuable?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think that because they're not receiving what they think that they should be, you know what I'm saying, getting or whatever and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where the lines cross.
The disconnect.
Be a lot of head bumping.
It goes back to the communication.
Gotcha.
Because some women can assume an entire conversation, can assume where they stand with somebody all in their head. All of it can be in their head, but it's never verbalized. And men sometimes will sit, I'm gonna just show up to the party.
Right.
Whenever you're available, I'm gonna just be there, whatever that look like. But sometimes in a woman head, that means like, he like me, he's interested. He wants me around. He want to entertain me, that kind of thing. And now we got in our head like, this is my man, you know, and that man is saying, like you said, this my hoe.
That's true.
You know,
true.
but it goes back to that conversation.
A big disconnect.
Yeah, communication is key.
Conversation, basic conversation between two adults. That's it.
Right.
But we sometimes we're not even bold enough to say, what is it that you're looking for? What is it that we're doing? Are we building a relationship, or are you, I'm your hoe? Or vice versa.
That's the part that always kind of confused me, though. It's like in life, it's like, because as men, we always heard that like women was like so much mature than men, or women were so much smarter than men. And then for the example you just gave, we be thinking like, well, how did that ever come about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it wasn't never verbalized. So when things aren't verbalized, I can create an entire story in my head.
That's true.
You know, and sometimes we just run with that because that's what feels good in that moment.
But that's the part I'm going off of. Is like
that goes back to your emotional part. We attach back to the emotion.
Because I'm saying to myself is, if women are so much more mature and like so much smarter than men, and I'm not even gonna put it out here like one is better than the other. I think both got their advantages and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it like that. But when it comes to stuff like that, I be thinking to myself like, logic always overrules feelings.
Right.
But not for most women.
Right. So then that's the part that is like, what? It's like, because if the logic tells you that it ain't this, why you gonna keep dwelling in your feelings telling you that it's that? You know what I'm saying?
Because
I'm gonna let Shantae close it out. Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead
women
and close
get
it out.
very, whatever they feel, we're very attached to that. So this is what feel good. So it's gratifying, is satisfying in that moment. So although your logic, like, well, that's not what I said, that's not what I did, it doesn't make sense. Not all women can correlate to what that logic is because y'all straightforward. It's specific with you guys. We're imaginative. We're gonna create the energy, the relationship that we want. However, you guys lead the relationships because if you don't say we together, we ain't together.
Yeah.
That's true.
Definitely.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Is
true.
that true?
That's true. That's true.
And I heard from somebody before who always says it, men
Right.
pretty much leads the relationship or creates the relationship versus the women. We show up in the relationship.
Yeah, y'all kind of just waiting for us to make that move
y'all,
and take it to the next
to
level.
Right. And I didn't realize that until this person said that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it made so much sense. Like, I was like, wow, he's so right because I don't think I've been in a relationship that I said like, you know, are we together?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you in a relationship. It ain't even.
And he probably said,
we just
oh,
kicking
we together.
it. Yeah.
You
Right.
know, that
Right.
kind of thing. That kind of thing. And
You got to say it.
It didn't dawn on me until that moment when I heard it. I was like, wow, that made a whole lot of sense. And that's what logic
more
kicks
transparency.
in.
Right.
That's what for me, you got to make it make sense. So I'm somewhat logical as well.
Mm-hmm.
It got to make sense.
Got to make sense.
You know, I can assume a whole lot of things, but until I probably push up in a different way and you make it clear, that's when it kind of makes sense. So it has to be specific for me. Specific. Not with a P.
I honestly can say that if it was like more
Close it out, Jacoby. Close it out.
I was just gonna say, I honestly can say to myself though, if it was a lot more females that even gave us chance, like, cause I can tell you sit back and you think, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just acting off your emotions. You actually try to decipher what's right, what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like weigh the scales and stuff like that. If it was more females,
years of experience.
But I'm saying if it was more females that was like out there like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I think like what Kevin Samuels was trying to promote, I think as a culture, we'd be in a better state and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black women think that black men not fighting for them or don't want them or stuff like that. No, we actually do love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely love y'all.
Yeah, we will 100% love y'all. And we also know at the same time that y'all love us. The thing is like, man, like they said, we all we got. You know what I'm saying? So it don't need to necessarily be, you know what I'm saying, a situation where we setting our expectations so high. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And creating unrealistic
expectations from people.
Yeah, or I would say boundaries because people can say this is my boundary. This is what, and I say I ain't dealing with nothing less than that or this and that. That's like, man, come on, man.
But how many people you block out with some of those boundaries too?
Right.
You know, so it kind of sucks.
So to sum it all up. Black folks, not everybody, anybody in relationship, we got to learn how to communicate with each other. Cause from us, all this dialect we done came up with tonight, it all boils down to communication. What it sounds like to me. Just communication. So
communication, 100%.
transparency, all of that stuff. I think we have a solid communication and transparency relationship in the relationship. I think we will all be better off. We'll be good, man. We love each other. We just got to figure out a better way to show it, man. That's it. And with that, we did a lot of good talking today. An amazing episode. Man,
thank you for the invite.
No, anytime. You know it ain't your last time now. You know it ain't your last time. Hell no. Come on.
Oh,
it
man.
Ain't definitely ain't your last time. That's your last time.
Y'all a bit much.
Just a tad bit. It's all out of love. That's it.
I might need some sugar water.
Right.
You know?
We challenge each other.
Exactly. We got to challenge each other, man. But definitely, we can't get out of here. The people going to want to tap in with us. We got to drop these IGs, man. Cole, tell them how they can get a hold of you, man.
IG, Jacoby _313, JACOBI.
Absolutely.
That's a lot.
Beautiful Shantae.
That's a lot.
Tell all these men how they can get a hold of the beautiful Shantae.
The people can reach out to me.
Go ahead, tell them.
Shady Sunshine Kisses 38.
Mm-hmm.
Shady Sunshine Kisses 38.
That's
Y'all
it. That's it.
Y'all hear that now?
Go on and tell them, man. I know your inbox on fire right now, man.
Look, hey.
Tell them how they can get it. They can add some lighter fuel to it, man.
Man, shout out to the ladies, man. Shout out to the ladies.
You better rep the ladies.
Gotta rep the ladies.
I've been on y'all side.
Gotta rep the
You've
ladies.
been good.
I was on y'all side tonight.
Yeah, he was on your side. Like, watch episode 1 and 2, and then we'll figure out what's going on.
We're going to skip the 3. But it's
Go ahead.
_HUC. Come holler at me, man. I'm down 24/7, man.
That's it.
24/7.
As always, man, I am Ye Skrilla. Check in with me, man. I hope y'all enjoying the show, man. We're going to be back next week with another crazy topic. And until then, stay trapping, stay blessed, stay paid. We out.